Hola familia estelar. Oh my goodness, we are at Templo de la Luna and I think that we have arrived on heaven on earth, right? I think that we have arrived here because this place is so beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you around after, but the message that was coming through while I was walking through these valleys is that your attention is a sculptor. And what I was seeing is that you are a non-physical being that's temporarily experiencing itself through form, and you're playing with yourself through matter. That's what I was seeing. And without purpose, there is only void. But when you remember that you are everything and also nothing simultaneously, that void becomes a blank canvas for you to be able to paint your life upon. And I was seeing that you're left to marvel in the elegance of your own creation and what it is that you can create your life to be. So we're definitely going to take a look at the energy surrounding you, but you're seeing life on Earth through a dimensionally limited avatar's eyes, but you do have this higher vision of you being infinite potential and being able to demonstrate that in any way you choose to do so. That's another message that was coming through, but the walls between us are dissolving. Like the veils are becoming thinner and thinner, and you're experiencing yourself through countless points of view. So I'm going to see how you are viewing yourself through another form of you. What I was seeing is that the possibilities are endless, and that's quite the point right now in your life. So it feels like a fresh slate, right? Like a slate is being wiped clean, because I'm seeing an ace and also an ace of pentacles. So this is allowing you to lay the groundwork for building this life that is going to be able to sustain what your definition of success has evolved into. That's what I'm seeing. Right. Let's take a look at you. How are you showing up? Okay, we have two cards. We have the orbs and strength. So this is somebody that is the higher self in physical form, right? You are your physical embodiment of your higher self. And the orbs is a spiritual essence. And then you have the tower. The strength in the tower is someone that is an agent of change and is not just doing something unpredictably, but is embracing any moments of destabilization. Maybe this is, I'm hearing the word corruption is coming up for some reason. Maybe the belief systems that have corrupted or distorted the way that you see yourself or the way that you move through this existence. But with the tower and the strength, that's super interesting. Let's go ahead and read this as a person. Okay, so the orbs and the strength talks about bravery and overcoming fears. So there is a whole universe inside of you, and your belief systems are physical laws that have governed the way that you move through this construct that is literally an energetic projection of what's going on within the world inside of yourself, or the universe inside of you, right? The one verse in you. So we learn many things from the orbs that we cannot learn on Earth. These are wise souls who have lived lives upon lives and no longer reincarnate into human form. Wow. So you've chosen to come back for a reason. Wow. You've chosen to come back for a reason. I keep seeing the number 9 as well. So number 9s, you could be a life path 9, you don't have to be. Maybe you're having a personal year 9 or it's upcoming, but it's about you transcending the human experience. It's somebody making sure that they tie up all loose ends in this lifetime, so that at their time of death, right, at that time of implosion, where the soul detaches and leaves the body and it goes on to navigate other dimensions. It's like when we fall asleep in this realm, right, or go unconscious or die, we awaken within another. And there is something about intercommunication that's happening, and there's a reason why you're here, or there's something that you're doing. It's like you've chosen to come back. Anyway, they exist only in the spirit plane and know all there is to know. So this is an octave of yourself that you're entangled with, right? Quantum non-local connections that are influencing your journey on Earth and also shifting the way that you view it emotionally and relate to it. So they are omnipresent and imbue lost souls with bravery and strength. While in the spirit plane, they teach us about things we hardly remember on Earth. The cosmic tree, life maps, karma, sacrifice, and past lives. They remind us of the maze and warn us about what comes after. The orbs can never interfere or change the path of fate. They only shed light on things that you already once knew. This is what it is. It's like you're not learning anything new, you're recovering what it is that exists within you, and that's the fact that you've always been a highly abundant being. This is super interesting. When the orbs comes up in a reading, it's an explanation point, which is an enhancer. So it's almost like your experience on Earth is becoming enhanced in some way, and declares that you have bravery, determination, willpower to overcome any obstacles that may come your way. Fear can cripple a powerful mind, so shake the shroud and channel your fear into strength. Once you believe in yourself, you will find many future challenges suddenly conquerable. This is crazy because it definitely gives me an Akashic Records kind of feel, which is where the human condition lifts. You look at life through the lens of the soul, and the Akashic Records is this interconnected database that stores a living memory of all organisms from the past, present, and future simultaneously. And you're able to see the myriad, right, or plethora and selection of timelines that already exist for you. It's every single possible fractal of yourself, version of yourself, right, extensions and expression of yourself coexisting within this universe or this multiverses, right? And that's what I'm seeing. It's like you're seeing that fear is your biggest barrier, but on the other side of it lies your liberation and your freedom. And there is something that you're clearing during this time. There is something that you're alchemizing where you're acting even in the presence of that fear, and you realize that the fear doesn't belong to you because you extend and originate far beyond this matrix and this universe. But as soon as you incarnate into this realm and into this physical carbon-based life form, they've had their own kind of subset of physical laws. They've had their own kind of subset of ancestral belief systems that have influenced the way that they move through this system. And that's what I'm seeing. It's almost like you are mastering your relationship with this very specific vessel. That's the energy that's coming through. And then you also have the tower. And there was also another message. Let me see if it comes through. It's an explanation point. Yeah, this is a very highly advanced, I mean, this is how you're showing up. So you're showing up as you're in this universe, but navigating it with a knowing system, not a belief system, but a knowing system that originates and extends far beyond it. So you're anchoring in higher levels of awareness into this experience. And we keep having blue dragonflies that are flying all around because we're by a water source. So you're returning back to your formless and fluid nature. Dragonflies are all about dances of transformation and change. The throat chakra is blue, right? So that's about expressing and anchoring in your most multidimensional otherworldly aspects and expressing it and demonstrating it in this realm. And then you have the tower as well. So there is something that you know that you must do, and it's almost like this is the shattering of fears. And it also talks about the shore. So this is where the conscious and unconscious, right, the physical and non-physical aspect of yourself collide in these worlds, and you choose to allow the formless aspect of yourself or the soul to lead you in the flesh, right? Because that's your true self. It's the timeless consciousness that's navigating this construct, utilizing this alpha third dimensional vessel. So when the darkness subsides, you find yourself in a foggy beach. Confused, you look around and see nothing familiar. Did you make the wrong choice? The shore seems of another world. Fire rains from the sky and the air smells of soot. In the distance, you see a graveyard of broken ships. You travel towards the ships unsure of what you're going or looking for, or who you even are. Wow, this is almost like the feeling of when you first incarnated into this realm, right? It's like you can come into this dense plane and you're at risk of forgetting your etheric origins, but it's like you've connected back with your cosmic origin point. So as the waves pummel the cosmic floor, the heaviness that hangs in the air creeps into your mind. Why are you here? So with the shore and the strength, there is information, right? You're showing up as someone who has recovered DNA, right? You've recovered the memory, the data inside of your DNA, and this is your multidimensional DNA. It's holographic. Most of it is non-physical. So this is how you were manifested into form. It's also about how this construct was manifested into form as well. So yeah, this is super interesting. Why are you even here? And then you have the strength card. So this is some kind of revelation that's happened with you, I'm guessing. It talks about the shore is rock bottom of the spirit plane. if this card has appeared in the wake of a disaster, do not let the sudden upheaval define you. Ooh, it reminds you of everything has to fall apart before it falls into place, and things are magically falling into place, even though it may not feel that way right now. Because I'm seeing almost like an earthquake of what you used to feel like was your ceiling is about to become your floor. It definitely reminds you of a Truman moment where this whole dome that he was existing in, or this reality, was not what it seemed. So it reminds you of someone like, you know, to awaken is to remember. It's not to change who you are. Your core essence is to discard all the things and belief systems that you had taken on when you were incarnated into this realm, or that you were indoctrinated into. So it's less about learning and more about unlearning, right? So change is a part of breaking new ground, and some transitions can be harder than others. Take the time that you need to adjust to your new reality and find daily comforts and embrace what you can of the familiar. It makes the unfamiliar feel more like home. So this is like your home away from home. That's the energy with the Tower, right? And the Tower as a person is someone that has to embrace change instead of brace for it. And they also have to feel empowered by this shift of perspective instead of allowing it to overpower them. It's a moment where someone goes from, oh my God, the world is so big, and feeling overwhelmed, to, oh my God, yes, this world is so big and the potentials are endless, right? Which is super, super interesting, right? Let's go and take a look at, so that's how you're showing up, which is super interesting. This is a very highly advanced, you know, some fractals are more advanced than others simply because they I'm hearing reach this culmination point, and that's where you've found yourself if you found yourself here, right? Or more importantly, this has found you where you are within your coordinates of space and time. So let's go ahead and take a look at how are you being seen through the lens, okay, of the strength, which is the orb. So 9 of Trees. Wow. The 9 of Trees is someone who's been on this journey where they've had that Ace of Pentacles, right? Where the slate has been wiped clean, because this is a journey of the Pentacles, right? It's a journey of the trees. And this is someone that's had a new beginning. They've had to navigate their way through new timelines, right? 2 of Pentacles. Had to choose to take on certain things, release certain things. 3 of Coins, it led to a level up in their life. 4 of Coins, it's almost like you went through this reclusive moment where maybe you weren't sharing everything. 5 of Coins is longing for something more that does already exist for you, and you are that key and you are the door, right? So you're the opportunity to be able to step into this new realm of reality. That was another message that was coming through before this reading. This is why I got summoned to start this at this point. There was a message around dimensions are not spatial concepts, or that's what the brain is formatted to believe. Instead, they are frequencies, right? They're overlapped and coexisting amongst each other. And what I was seeing for you is that you're tuning into a new dimensional layer of this reality, where it's like it's not that you can't see what others can, right? It's not that you can't look at this realm. It's that you can also see and are tuned into a layer that not everyone has cultivated just yet. And again, there is harmonic balance always being sustained within that. But let's go ahead and take a look at the 9 of Pentacles. So this is someone that is now investing into something that may not feel instantly gratifying. However, it's aligning them with a future vision or goal, right? They're choosing to, they'll reap what it is that they sow, essentially. 8 of Pentacles, this is someone that's going to be sought out after the gifts that they've been able to recover. And 9 of Pentacles is somebody entering into a very independent, self-sufficient and sovereign stage in their life. So this is about you being a sovereign creator, essentially, in the physical, right? It's someone that is mastering the physical realm. So this is about sophistication, stability, and also luxury. So again, you've always been a highly abundant being, and you're coming back to that knowing. The Grand Palace boasts opulence and luxury. Steep spires just out of the sky, and the ruby dome shines in the last of the dusk light. Here behind the palace is a garden with a tree that seems to have taken inspiration from the Grand Palace itself, shooting upwards into the sky. The giant tree is satisfied here in the shade of the monumental structure, and so are the 8 other trees encircling the garden. The Grand Palace is a visual representation of sophistication, stability, and luxury that comes with hard work. So it's not been easy to get to this point, right? This is someone, again, that's had to go through this journey in the physical. So this is a breaking down in order to be able to build up. When this card appears, it is I'm also seeing like memory being fragmented, and it's like you're remembering these parts of yourself. So it's like you're reclaiming hidden aspects of yourself. That's what I'm seeing. It's like you're picking up the pieces and you're becoming whole again. But yeah, with that remembering, I was getting an energy around fragmented memory. So it's like you've been collecting things. I bet you can look back at your life in a linear fashion and see how everything literally has been connecting the dots to lead you to this point of discovery, literally at this very moment in space and time. So pampering yourself, enjoying the finer things in life, and whatever you have been diligently working towards is about to transform into physical reward. So this is literally the physical birth of something new. This is definitely, again, a new reality collapsing all around you that you've been drawing in as you anchor your awareness into this vessel, right? It's like the higher self being anchored throughout the whole entire organism. And this is the message from like your higher self, right? From the highest octave within you. There is nothing wrong with imbibing in your prosperity. The challenge here is to not let the material aspect of success swallow you completely. Stay humble and remember that things were not always this way. So you're stepping into a very, very auspicious season. Like, this is someone, you know, enjoying themselves, basking in this beautiful, you know, almost like ceremonial coming home. It's like a homecoming away from home. So that's another energy. We'll probably go to another spot in a minute, but let's see what else we want to take a look at. Maybe we'll take a look at what don't you see coming? What may you not see coming? The Seven of Lotuses. Okay, the Seven of Lotuses is pretty interesting to come up because it's Venus in Scorpio energy. It's a Seven of Cups energy and is represented with amphibians. The Seven of Lotuses is, I mean, we have the Venus in Scorpio transit right now, and that is really all about a selection of timelines that's being revealed to you. So what you may not see coming is that an opportunity is yet to be revealed to you. I feel like it is the opportunity to align with something that is in alignment with your pre-incarnation intentions, and your definitions of success could definitely be changing. And this is actually taking place tomorrow from the time that I'm recording this. Let me go ahead and find the message with Venus and Scorpio. There was a specific saying with it. Which of the visions are authentic to you during this time? And it's about timeline alchemy, and the last message with it, let me see if I can find it. It's a turning point where your desire becomes a spiritual navigation system. So the soul is going to be yearning for a very specific experience to be followed through, and this discernment is going to be something that dissolves any illusions around. I'm hearing what it is that you think is possible to what it is that you know is possible. So this gives me a not settling energy, which is super interesting as well. So the timelines you see are a vibrational mirror of what's already happening within you with the Seven of Lotuses. We'll go ahead and read this card as well. Under the water of a new world that unfolds. So this is a new world unfolding before you, right? Life has adapted now. Various fish and amphibians thrive in the recent flood, opening up new opportunities for growth. It's a symbol of duality, two worlds existing simultaneously. For many, the new rush of water is welcomed. For others, it may be an opportunity to adapt. There is something new that's going to want to flow through you. That's what it feels like, especially with the strength and the orbs. You find yourself immersed in a wondrous new world. The magic that flows through the teal waters is alluring and somewhat intoxicating. This isn't going to be a lack of calling. It could be fear that you're going to observe within the body arising. when you receive this calling to do this thing or to go to this place or to align yourself with this very specific thing. And it literally just feels like you're going to have to act even in the presence of fear, not wait for the absence of fear. And that's where you become greater than your fear. You become greater than your mind. You become greater than your emotions. You can become greater than the physical vessel. And you master navigating life on earth through this vessel. So this card, because you're carrying this otherworldly knowing and you're seeding that and anchoring that into the things that you choose to do. So this card shows up when you have been living in two worlds as a way of not choosing either. You may be feeling overwhelmed by decision, instead have chosen to retreat into another daydream. It's healthy to fantasize having two lives, but spending too much time in between both will not allow you to be a part of either. Feel fully in it and get caught up in the wonder of one. So this is literally about entering into a frame vibrationally, essentially, where you're arriving to some kind of destined outcome, right? A glimpse into a possible destined outcome before it unfolds, a preview of your life's upcomings, and these potential timelines. And you're arriving there in the visual aspect, right? You're taking yourself there visually, energetically, before your arrival in the physical. And you can choose to see if it feels in alignment with what your intentions were before this incarnation, but it feels like you're being almost like debriefed for something that you thought was once your highest expression, and you're being rebriefed and realigning yourself towards a trajectory that is actually in alignment with your highest expression. That's what it feels like. Like once you see this thing or receive a preview of it, you're not going to be able to unsee it. So that's how you're showing up. With that being said, guys, I'm going to love and leave you right there. I'll go ahead and show you this beautiful location that we're at though, for sure. And then I'm going to let you go. I'm going to continue my trek up here. And just continue gathering messages for you along the way. But I'm gonna love and leave you guys right there. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing. I'd love to have you around. Personal reading details also down below. Also check out Lltspirit if you guys are looking for some high quality AA grade jewelry. You know that we had to have moonstone on as well at 𝓬𝓪𝓷𝓬. And yeah, I'll speak to you very, very soon. If you've made it to this point, comment down below what you feel like is symbolic of the strength card energy. Is it a lion? What do you feel like is a symbolization or representation of the higher self in physical form? Let me know, okay? I'll speak to you very soon. Until next time, bye!